George Bernard Shaw said something that I thought was worth bringing to your attention because I think it is quite profound. He says, progress is impossible without change. Progress is impossible without change. You cannot stay doing the same thing and expect things to change. It is impossible to have progress without change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. And the profundity of their statement is quite profound, because the reverse is also true. If those who cannot change their mind cannot change anything, those who can change their mind can change everything. Then the profundity of the thought is centered around the thought, I have spent too much energy, Dexter, trying to change other people's minds, trying to convince them of my motives and my thought, and that how they thought about me was wrong. I didn't realize that their decision didn't alter my destiny. You don't have to like me for me to be blessed. You don't have to like me in order for me to be successful. You don't have to agree with me in order for me to succeed. Why have I expended more energy in changing their mind when I should have spent energy changing my mind? For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Not as society thinketh, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I did not realize that the power was in my own mind. I did not pay attention to the verses that in the scriptures where it said, it is with the mind that we serve the Lord. I didn't recognize that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God for the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringeth every thought into captivity unto the obedience of Christ. I didn't realize that my mind is the battleground, that I got a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other, and that they're fighting to control my mind, and that my mind is the battleground because it is the fertile ground from which creativity is incubated. That I need thought time, that I need quiet time, that I need leave me alone time, that I need to shut off my phone and shut off my TV set and not answer my phone, and sit down in a hot tub of water and lay back with a rag over my face and think myself clear, that I can think myself well, that I can think myself heal, that I have the power within myself to change things around me by changing things within me. The propensity we all have is to think that somebody is coming to save us. And we think we're going to meet somebody that's going to change our lives. And so we drop our little hanky down out of our window in the castle, waiting on Prince Charming to ride by on a horse and pick up our handkerchief, rather than going down the steps and pick up your own handkerchief and going about your business. And if Prince Charming come, he got to make an appointment because I'm doing some stuff. So you got your whole life on hold waiting for some other confused person to meet your confused self, so you can have some confused kids and become a confused family, rather than clearing your head so you know what you want, so you know where you're going, so you know what you think, that you are aware of what is going on in the world and how you fit in the shifts and the changings of the current of society. Requires some quiet time. Shut up, leave me alone, don't call me, I'll call you later. I need to catch up on what's going on, and how do I need to be proactive so that I can change my thinking, because if I change my thinking, I change my life. Not if I change my job, I change my life. Not if I change my city, I change my life. Not if I change my husband, I change my life. Not if I change my wife, I change my life. I got the power within myself. I got the thermostat that controls the heat in the whole room, and it's right in between my own two ears. No wonder the devil is after my mind, distracting me, worrying me to death, confusing me, tormenting me, or like Delilah did, afflicting my mind. Anything he can put on my mind to keep my mind from being clear, because my mind is the thermostat that changes the heat in the whole house. I refuse to give you my thermostat. That's too much power to give to any one person. I won't let you control how I proceed in my life, because it is impossible. Bernard had it right. It's impossible to have change or progress without thought. So yo, man, what you thinking, dude? Because what you thinking determines how you living. What you thinking determines how you feeling. What you thinking determines how you rolling. You are no better than your next thought. You're one thought away from the greatest breakthrough you ever had in your life. You're one thought away from the greatest discovery you could ever have in your life. You're one thought away from your next, assuming you had your last $1 million. You're one thought away from a cure from cancer. You're one thought away from finding your divine purpose and living your life out with destiny, peace, and joy. Just one thought away. And when you can't change the weather, you got to change your clothes. You got to change the way you think. You got to change the way you function. You got to change your attitude. The reason I wore this suit this morning, I was gonna wear another suit, but when I saw how cold it was outside, I switched up on it. I couldn't change the weather, but I could change my suit. You trying to change the wrong thing. You trying to change things that are not within your control. You can't stop the trend, but you can shift your ticket. I'm convinced that going to church alone will not change the world. Worse still, it may not change our own world. We're living in a crucial time in history where truth is being cannibalized by opinion. Science is supposed to be based on facts. Math is based on facts. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what class you are. 2 + 2 will always be 4. I don't land in South Africa and wonder if it's still 4. Facts. But we are so drunk with feelings that everybody's talking about how you feel about a thing. How you feel don't change the facts. 2 + 2 is still gonna be 4, whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you look at it or not, whether you embrace it or not, it's still the reality. The truth of the matter is, the more opinion becomes pervasive, the more chaotic the world becomes. And the more chaotic the world becomes, now my theologian hat is on, we are setting ourselves up for the Antichrist. Because we are creating mechanical beings that are smarter than their makers. See, God never created anything that he couldn't control.